Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I am very excited to show you all of my horror VHS. Hey guys, welcome back. Like I said, I'm going to go through all of my horror VHS tapes that I have. I do have a lot, so I'm just going to basically just go through and just pull out each of the covers just to kind of show you everything that I have, and I'm just going to jump right into it. So like I said, I'm just going to jump right into it. Before I get on to all of this stuff, I'm just going to kind of quickly go over some VHS sets that I have way up in the rafters. So up here, try to balance on a chair. I have Stephen King's The Stand. This is like an actual like box set of the movies, or the movie or show, I guess. I have this Nightmare on Elm Street box set. So it has, images on, I'm gonna try not to drop it, all of the different sides. And here is a library copy of Frankenstein. So just like in this clam shell. I got that long time ago. Over here, I have this set that I've never seen it. And I think it's like, might be a TV series. I don't know, maybe 3-volume set. And then next, sorry, I'm trying to balance and get these with one hand. I have this Alien box set with Alien 1, 2, 3, and 4 and a documentary. So just kind of a cool set here. And the next one is just the Alien trilogy, and that is just Alien 1, 2, and 3. So all of those just sit way up here in the rafters. I do want to find a better spot for these, and then those are DVDs, which I'll go over DVDs in another video. But starting down here, I kind of mirrored what I have over in the horror. I have like my Universal monster movies kind of first, just because I like the way they look together. So I have the original Dracula, Frankenstein, the Mummy, the Invisible Man, the Wolfman, Phantom of the Opera, House of Dracula, the Mummy's Curse, and the Mummy's Tomb. So obviously there are more than this, and I would like to pick up more. I love how all of the logos and like it just kind of looks all the same. And then we got here Abbott and Costello Meet the Mummy, The Abominable Dr. Phoebe's, Alien, Aliens, which I should say these were some of the first VHS tapes I ever really got were Alien and Aliens, Alien Resurrection, The Amazing Dobermans, American Psycho, which I should say now, some of the tapes are turned backwards, so you'll have to forgive me for turning them around, mainly because of their stickers or stuff on the other side, and so I'm trying to keep all the spines to like kind of look nice. This is the Amityville Horror, and then Amityville Horror 1 and 2 in this 2-pack. We go down here. Got Anaconda, an American Werewolf in Paris, Angel Heart, Arachnophobia, Army of Darkness, and another copy of Army of Darkness with alternate cover art. This is also brand new, I think. This is Attack of the Giant Leeches, Alien vs. Predator, which I know isn't necessarily a horror movie. It's just kind of, I don't know. I figured it fits better in here than with like the regular because it's kind of sci-fi horror-ish. Bats, which I love the logo here with the like upside down. Berserker. Blade, which again I know isn't necessarily horror. It's kind of like action superhero because I think it's DC comic if I'm not mistaken, or Marvel, I don't know. But it is vampires, like he's killing vampires, so I figured I'll put it in horror. Some of the movies in the horror section aren't necessarily horror, but the Blair Witch Project, Blair Witch Project 2, the original Blob, another cover of the, I think this is the 35th anniversary of the Blob. The remake of the Blob, Blood for Dracula, Bloody Murder, Bloody Murder 2, Boa, Body Snatchers, so it's like Invasion of the Body Snatchers 2, I believe. The Boogeyman, The Breed, Breeders, Bride of Frankenstein, A Bucket of Blood, Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which again I know isn't technically horror. It's I don't know. It's vampires. I threw it in here. Candyman. Candyman Farewell to the Flesh, which I think is the third movie. I haven't seen anything besides the first movie, so I'm not sure if that's the second or third. I think it's the third. Cape Fear. Cardiac Arrest. Carnival of Souls. Carnosaur. And then we got Carrie. This is another like artwork of Carrie. This is The Cat Brought It In. Cat People. Cat's Eye. Different artwork to Cat's Eye. The Changeling. This is Children of the Corn, and again, Children of the Corn. I have 2 copies of that. I think it's because I think one, like this one's slightly sun faded and this one isn't, or something like that. I don't know. Or this one has like a gloss finish and this one, I don't know. I don't really know why I have 2 copies. I should probably get rid of one of them. But Children of the Corn 2, which this is the only copy of Children of the Corn 2 I have. I have all the other movies at least on DVD, and this is the only one that I'm missing on DVD. So I need to pick up a DVD copy of that. But Children of the Corn 3, Child's Play, Bride of Chucky, which I would love to get more of the Child's Play movies. Chiller, one of my favorites, favorite VHS tapes I have. Chopping Mall, Christine, Coma, The Comedy of Terrors, Creature, which I believe Vinegar Syndrome actually has a Blu-ray of this, which I would love to actually see this movie. It looks fascinating. Just another copy of Creature, or no, I don't have another copy. This is my only Creature of the Black Lagoon. This is like an ex-library copy that I got at a book sale. Creepshow and Creepshow 2. Then over here, this is just like a Creepy Classics with a Vincent Price. I think it's just like a, I don't know. Not really sure what's on here, but I think I got that at a thrift shop or something. Critters 2, Critters 3, we got Crocodile 2, Cujo, The Curse, Dance of the Damned. Sorry so many of these are flipped around, but The Dark Half. Another copy of The Dark Half. This cover is all messed up though, because yeah, I don't know. Dawn of the Dead. This is the original. Dawn of the Dead remake. Day of the Dead. This is another one of my first VHS tapes I ever, or I should say one of the first horror VHS tapes I got. The Day the World Ended. Dead Alive, which this is the only copy of Dead Alive I have, which I would like to get it on at least DVD, but Dead Ringers, which this has a really cool, like, it opens up. Deep Blue Sea. Deep Star 6, Demonoid, Demon Seed, Demon Seed, The Dentist 2, The Devil's Rejects, Diary of a Serial Killer, Disturbing Behavior, Dr. Butcher MD, and then this is like a Stephen King adaptation, which I don't necessarily, I've actually never seen this movie, but I don't actually know if it would, like, the side says or suspense. I don't actually know if this is a thriller, like, or a horror movie, but I have it in here because it's kind of Stephen King. But let me know in the comments down below if this is actually, like, I guess that goes for anything. If anything in here, would you consider it to be horror or not? Or if there's something in here that you would say is not horror at all. But I think pretty much everything in here is horror. But Don't Go in the House. Severin did a cool Blu-ray of that. Let's see, this is Dracula 2000, Dreamcatcher, Dressed to Kill, Dr. Giggles. This is, no, it's not brand new. This is Dr. Phoebe's Rise Again, Edge of Sanity, End of Days, Enter the Devil, Event Horizon, Evil Dead. This is the limited edition. Or I should say, yeah, this is the Anchor Bay limited edition, so it's numbered. This is another copy of Evil Dead and Evil Dead 2. The Exorcist 3, which I do have, I guess I'll point it out now. I do have The Exorcist in this cool VHS set way up there. So I'll, I do have a copy of it on VHS, but The Faculty, Fear, Fear.com, Final Destination, Final Destination 2, Flatliners, The Fly, the original, another copy of The Fly, the original, the David Cronenberg's Fly, and The Fly 2, John Carpenter's The Fog. This is a version of Frankenstein, and Freaks, which kind of horror, I guess, but at the time I'd say it'd be horror, so I put it in there. Then all the way down here, Friday the 13th. I'm actually going to leave some of these out to make it easier to pull. Friday the 13th Part 2, Friday the 13th Part 3, and another copy of Friday the 13th Part 3, mainly because of the difference in artwork. Yeah, so this one has text, and I think some of the images on the back are different. Same thing with these. This is Final Chapter. There's two different versions. And you can see that there's text at the bottom and white cover versus black cover. This is Friday the 13th, A New Beginning, Jason Lives, or The New Blood, Jason Takes Manhattan, Jason Goes to Hell. Two copies of that, mainly because this one has, like, it's embossed, so it's like the slug thing it's like pops out a little bit. This one doesn't. So that's why I have two copies there. Jason X, Freddy vs. Jason, The Frighteners, which I've owned this movie on DVD and VHS, and I've had it for years, and I've yet to watch it. Is it any good? Let me know in the comments if that's actually worth checking out.
Fright Night, Funeral Home, The Funhouse, Gargantua, which the cover of this is also destroyed. Not by me, but when I got it, it was already like that. The Gate, which I wish the cover wasn't as destroyed either, but Ghost Ship, one of my guilty pleasures movies. I love this movie. I don't really know why. I really do enjoy it. Ghost Story, Ghoulies 3, The Glass House, which is another one that I have owned for years, have yet to watch. Graduation Day, Stephen King's Graveyard Shift. Then I have this like 2-pack of Graveyard Shift 1 and 2. I have no idea. I don't think this is the Stephen King version of the film. At least I don't think it is. But yeah, I've never seen it. I have no idea. Habitat. This really cool. This is another one of my favorites that I have. This is a Halloween, and it's like a limited edition. And so you can kind of see Michael Myers' face right here. It is like limited on the back. It comes with, it's like a 2-cassette thing. And it is, let me see if I can open it with one hand. It's definitely worth showing if I can get it to open. Okay, so it comes with these 2 cassettes, or I should say VHS tapes with the keychain, and I believe postcards or something in here too. But really, really cool. I absolutely love this set. If you ever get a chance to purchase one of those, I would highly recommend. It's really cool. This is just the clamshell of Halloween, the media release of Halloween, the regular release of Halloween. Have so many copies of that movie. Next up I have here is Halloween 2. So these are very slightly different. The logo on the side is slightly different, and the fronts are very, very ever so slightly different. I think the backs might look a little different too, but another copy of Halloween 2. And this is Halloween 3, and a different artwork to Halloween 3, which I think I actually prefer this artwork. I wish it wasn't so sun-faded. I got it from a Goodwill, and I guess that's just the way it goes. But Halloween 4, Halloween 5, and the CBS Fox release of Halloween 5. Halloween 6, Halloween H2O, and Halloween Resurrection. Then we got The Hand, The Hands of Orlok, The Hand That Rocked the Cradle, which is kind of more of a thriller, I guess, but Hannibal, Haunted, The Haunting, I think this is the original, this is the remake. Hell Comes to Frogtown, which I found out there was a Vinegar Syndrome release of this movie. It looks like I should say the packaging for the Vinegar Syndrome release looks amazing, which I'd love to get my hands on, but Hellhole. Then this is a 2-pack of Hellraiser and Hellraiser 2. And then onto the next shelf here I have Hellraiser 2. This is the unrated version, and Hellraiser 2. This is still sealed. I guess that's the rated version. The theatrical release, I believe, but I'm also going to take one of these out to make my life a little easier. Hellraiser 3, Hellraiser Bloodline, and Hellraiser Inferno. The Hills Have Eyes, The Hitcher 2, Hobgoblins, I'm sorry. Hollow's Gate, or Hallowgate. Hollow Man, or I'm sorry, this is Hollowgate, sorry. Hollow Man. Horror Express, Horror of Dracula, House and House 2, it's like a 2-pack. House of a Thousand Corpses, House of Wax, House of Whipcord, House on Haunted Hill, the remake of House on Haunted Hill, Howling 5, and Howling 6. And then we got the Hunger, I Know What You Did Last Summer, In Dreams, Infested, which is a awful little, like, I don't know, almost B-grade film, but still kind of fun. Interview with a Vampire, or Interview with the Vampire, In the Mouth of Madness, Invasion of the Body Snatchers, Island of Terror, It, and then this is the 2-tape version, I guess, of the movie, or miniseries. Jacob's Ladder, Jaws, it's a collector's edition of Jaws, Jaws 2, Jaws 3, and Jaws the Revenge. Got Jeepers Creepers, Jeepers Creepers 2, Killjoy, The Killer Eye, Killer Workout, Komodo, Lake Placid, The Langoliers, The Lawnmower Man, The Lawnmower Man 2, Legend of Hell House, Leprechaun, Leprechaun 2, Leprechaun 3, Leviathan, The Living Dead, which I think, I'm not sure, I think either is this movie or one that I'm going to be coming up to is actually not what the title says it is, which I'll point it out, but The Lost Boys, and onto the next shelf. Got The Lost Empire, Lost Voyage, The Mangler, Man's Best Friend, Mask of the Red Death, Maximum Overdrive, Mercy, Misery, Monster in the Closet, Mortuary, Mother's Day, The Murders in the Rue Morgue, Near Dark, Nightbreed, The Night Flyer, which this cover was oh so dark to me. Like, it just seems like a very, like, dark coloring, I guess. But we got Nightmare on Elm Street, another copy of Nightmare on Elm Street, which there are slight differences. I think this one opens up on the side, and this one opens up on the bottom. And I believe the backs are slightly different. I mean, maybe ever so slightly. Probably not even worth noting it. But Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Nightmare on Elm Street 3, Elm Street 4, Elm Street 5, Freddy's Dead, Wes Craven's New Nightmare. And then this is another type, I guess, of artwork. Which, again, these look exactly the same. I think it's just the spines that are slightly different here. And then this is the movie I was talking about earlier. This movie, Night of Horror, it's actually... Oh, why can't I think of it? I'm blanking on it. This was a very hard VHS to come by. It's basically like, Night of Horror is not the actual movie that's on there. I forget what movie. If I think of it in editing, I'll throw the title up of the movie on the screen. But then we got 1 billion copies of Night of the Living Dead. So there's this one. This is a Blockbuster Classics, which I love, the Blockbuster. This is, again, one of my first horror VHS tapes I ever got. That cover. This one. This artwork. So I have so many copies of that movie. And we got Stephen King's The Night Shift. Or Night Shift Collection, I'm sorry. So there's these two films on here. But The Ninth Gate, Nosferatu the Vampire, which is also brand new, Oasis of the Zombies, This is Office Killer, which I think is actually, this is a screener. So if you're not familiar, let's say a demo tape, they would send these out to video stores, and the video store would actually decide if they were going to purchase it for their, to sell on their, or rent, I should say, on their shelves. So, it's like, there's like a, pretty much throughout the whole movie, there'd be like text running on the top or the bottom of the screen. And so it's kind of a copy of the movie, kind of not, but this is Old Mother Riley Meets the Vampire. So, Omen 4. I don't have any of the other Omen movies on VHS, but the others: People Under the Stairs, Pet Sematary 2, Phantasm, which I love this artwork. I think it's so cool. Phantasm 4, Phantom of the Opera, which I think this is the original. I'm not sure what year this one was. This also might be the original, I'm not sure. This is, I think, the Universal Monster movie one. This is the Robert Englund one. The Dario Argento version. And then this is Phantom of the Rue Morgue. The Pit and the Pendulum. Play Misty for Me. Poison Ivy 2. Poison Ivy 4. Poltergeist. Oh, sorry. This might be Poison Ivy 3. I'm sorry. Poltergeist 3. Got a Prince of Darkness, Prom Night, Prom Night 2, Prom Night 3, The Prophecy, Prophecy 2, Psycho. This is the widescreen edition, and Psycho, just the theatrical edition, I guess. Psycho 2, Psycho 3, Pumpkinhead, Puppet Master 3, Queen of the Damned, Q the Winged Serpent, The Rats, The Raven, Ravenous, Red Dragon, scoot down, Redneck Zombies, The Relic, Return of the Fly, Return of the Living Dead Part 2, which I believe this is the only copy of Return of the Living Dead 2 that I have, which is, I really should get it on Blu-ray or something, but Return of the Living Dead 3, Return to Salem's Lot, The Ring, Ring U, which is the original Japanese version of The Ring, which The Ring is based off of that, Rosemary's Baby, Rose Red, Salem's Lot the movie, Salem's Lot the full length miniseries. Not 100% sure what the difference is between those two. I think I've seen the miniseries. I don't know if I've ever seen, like, if the movie is a shorter cut of it or whatever. But Scream, this is a different artwork for the first one. Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream and Scream Again, See No Evil, The Serpent and the Rainbow, Shattered, classic, The Shining, Shocker, Signs, Silence of the Lambs, another favorite of my collection, Silent Night, Deadly Night, Silent Night, Deadly Night 3, Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, and Silent Night, Deadly Night 5. I just need to get Silent Night, Deadly Night 2. We got Silent Rage, which I'm not sure if this is actually a horror movie or not, but I figured it looks like a horror movie. I've never seen it, so correct me in the comments, I guess, if it is not a horror movie. Silver Bullet, The Sixth Sense, Sleepaway Camp, Sleepaway Camp 2, and Sleepaway Camp 3, which I absolutely love that I have all three of those in my collection. Sleepwalkers, Sleepy Hollow, and on to the last shelf. Sleepy Hollow High, Snow White. Sometimes they come back, sometimes they come back again, sometimes they come back for more. Spawn, which is kind of... I don't know if I would also consider this a horror movie or not, but I didn't know where else to put it in my collection. I just felt like that kind of makes sense. I've actually not seen the movie, but I have heard, I guess it's kind of a superhero-ish movie. It might be, I don't know. I feel like I've heard it is a superhero movie, but correct me if I'm wrong on that one, I guess, too. But Species, this is just different artwork. Species 2. Sphinx, sorry. Spider 2. Another copy of The Stand. This is the 2-tape version of it. So up there it was a 4-tape. This is a 2-tape, I guess, version. Stigmata, Stirs of Echo, Storm of the Century, Stranded, Tales from the Dark Side, The Terror, another copy of The Terror. This one's just sealed. The Terror Within. Sorry, I'm like sitting on the floor doing this, so I have to keep scooting over, but the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. The Texas Chainsaw Massacre, this is just different artwork. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Texas Chainsaw Massacre Next Gen, which has, I guess, artwork on both sides, which is fun. This is the remake, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, I guess, remake. They Come From Within. They Watch. The Thing, this is the original. The John Carpenter's The Thing. Thinner. 13 Ghosts. The Tommyknockers. Ooh, as I drop it. Trauma. Trog. The Twilight Zone, the movie. The Uninvited. Unlawful Entry. The Unnameable. Urban Legend. Then we got Urban Legends The Final Cut, which is the sequel. Vampire in Brooklyn. Vampire Lovers. Virus. What Lies Beneath. When a Stranger Calls. The Wicker Man. Willard. Wishmaster. Witchboard 2. Wolf, which is another, I guess, reverse artwork, which is kind of fun. Wolfen and Wolfman. And I also have one here. This is Beyond Dream's Door. I think I've already gone over this one as well. But this is number 46 of 50. And yeah, so it's just kind of a really, I guess, limited pressing or limited release of this movie, which is kind of fun to see these on VHS. But really, really cool.
And so that was all my horror VHS. I do love collecting horror VHS. I would love to get many, many more. However, they are like all going up in value. And so anywhere I go, they seem to be getting more and more expensive. But I love the artwork. I love how they're like, kind of retro-y and stuff. But I do have here 3 beta tapes, which kind of go along with VHS. I guess I'm just going to throw them in this video too. But really, really quick, I have Creepshow 2 on beta, eraser head on beta, and fire starter. And so if you're not familiar with beta, essentially they're just like mini VHS tapes. Same concept, but smaller. And so that's going to do it for this video, but thank you guys so much for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to like hear me, I guess, go through all the VHS tapes. And I know I had a few people ask for me to make a video on this. So yeah, if you guys have any questions on anything that I just went over, if you've seen anything in there that's, you know, good, worth checking out, definitely leave a comment down below. I really do appreciate reading your guys' comments, and thank you as always for watching. I am over on Instagram, so if you want to go check out some my Instagram page, just kind of, I post things that I get from time to time on there, and so I'd love to interact with you guys on there. And I will see you guys all in the next video. Thank you for watching. Bye.